8:17. Ted Jenkin, Oxygen Financial. You want to talk about New Year's resolutions. I'm guessing that's for people that say, what do I got to do this upcoming year in order to either save or make more money, right?
I got my money on my mind. I got my mind on my money and my wallet, and I want to make more. I got to do more. Time's ticking.
Well, I heard Jason earlier today, and I do agree that New Year's resolutions do get a little bit overrated. But
weak-minded people.
Yeah, but it's true.
I told you
it's not just the people with diet and exercise, guys. It's financial. That's a big deal. If people could do it, they would be doing it all year. But this is a good time of year sort of take stock and say, well, what are my financial New Year's resolutions? What do I need to get in order for my household?
Yeah, you do. And you get around people and you get around those conversations. And for me, because I'm older and I'm having a child, for instance, from my perspective, everybody's like, especially my father-in-law, what about the college fund? Do you have a college fund set aside for little Southside Junior, unnamed Southside? And I'm like, I grew up, my dad's like, you want to go to college, put yourself through or get a scholarship.
It's not like that anymore.
It's not like that. Now parents want to provide education for the children.
That's right.
So you've got to put money aside for your kids so that you've got something to offer them, because not every kid's going to get a scholarship.
Well, no matter how you save your money, one of the big rules I have...
Speaking of, what are you doing for Caleb?
They're already taken care of.
Okay, good. Okay.
Both of them are.
That's good.
Yeah, their college is already paid.
All right, now we're talking about me again. I got nothing.
Well, this is important. Like if you got new contracts here, if you got a pay raise, if they give you more money here, you want to try to at least save 1/3 of whatever bonus or raise that you get this year. It's a great New Year's resolution. And the earlier you start for your child's education, the less that you actually have to save. So if you can put away a few $100s a month and get it going now when the baby's just born, you won't have to worry about putting away thousands of dollars down the road when they get close to college, like a lot of parents do.
So you would set somebody up in some type of interest-bearing account that and you start just putting money aside.
They've got all kinds of accounts, 529 plans, things called UPMAs. There's a whole number of ways to save for college. The strategy may depend on your overall family situation and your goals, but the key here is to start saving more initially, or even into your 401k plan, up that dial by 1% or 2 or 3 if you can, because you won't miss it. You won't miss it once you get it out of your paycheck.
Or you could be smart and get him some good football lessons and hope he becomes a professional athlete.
That's always a nice thing if you can do that, but I'm not going to count on that.
How many parents are paying for those tennis lessons and soccer lessons and things like that, thinking that their kid's going pro?
See, that's a good gamble right there.
Instead, you take that money, you put it in an account, and you give your kid college money.
Well, then they won't come out with any debt when they come out of school.
Yeah. Well, what if you don't have kids?
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing in the beginning of this year is, and look, the government isn't doing a good job of this, balancing the budget, but you really need to do it this year as a family. I like this idea of going through a budget cleanse in the beginning of the year. Now we're a couple days into it, but the first month in here, and try and shop all of the bills in your household to see if you can get a better deal. This is the time of year where most businesses want to keep your business on the books.
Oh, that's where
this is the time of year to negotiate.
I got that. That's where you call, because I tried to do that with one of my credit card people, and they, where you have to pay the fees. And I know, are you not a fan of fee paying unless you're getting your money out of the credit card?
Yeah. Well, no, look, some fee cards make sense if you travel or, things like American Express. People say don't pay the fee, but if you travel, it can be a good deal. What I think is interesting, Steve, is that a lot of people go into, every time they upgrade their cell phone, don't you find it ironic that they tell you that you're not on the right plan, that there's a better gigabyte plan or a better family plan?
Yeah.
But it only happens
wrong
when you upgrade your phone.
Well, what's funny is now, and you can thank the millennials for this, is that the millennials aren't using credit cards.
No.
The millennials are using Apple Pay. They're using
PayPal and all that crap.
the digital stuff. So credit card companies, the only reason I know this is because it happened to me in the last week, they're actually reaching out to their customers, asking them if they want a lower APR. I had 2 credit card companies reach out to me.
Nice.
Never had that happen before. And I said to Rachel, my wife, I said, isn't that not the oddest thing in the world? I felt like I was being hornswoggled. And she says, well, it's because millennials, she deals with them with real estate all the time. She's like, millennials aren't using credit cards. I never thought about that. They're just not you. It's like cabs going the way of the wayside because of Uber and Lyft. Same thing with credit cards.
No, on vacation, we're sitting there and I'm buying some stuff, and they go, well, I'll just PayPal you the money. I'm like, huh? Look, just hand me some cash.
They're not using that either.
Don't pay. Oh, there's no cash.
No.
Dude, I carry a money clip and it's like I'm a dinosaur, but I've got cash on me.
This is a great time to be trying to negotiate that APR rate now, because the odds are that interest rates will go up this year. And those of you that are paying finance charges on your credit cards, you will likely see that go up. So I'm a big fan, like a big New Year's resolution is to try and kill at least one debt that you have. You might have come out of the holidays here with extra credit card debt. You might be close to paying off that auto loan, or you could pay extra money on your mortgage. Kill a debt in here, because that just doesn't kill you financially. The debt kills you emotionally. It's just a weight on your shoulders. So cleaning up your budget and paying off the debt's a big New Year's resolution for a lot of people.
Didn't Prime go up last week and went up by like 0.75 of a point?
Well, you got a quarter-point raise that was made by the Fed at the end of last year. They're talking this year about another 0.75%. So this is also
in the first quarter, or when?
No. It'll happen over the course of this year.
Okay.
But it could be another quarter point in the first quarter this year, which means that if you're thinking about doing a refinance or, purchasing that house, the sooner you get at it, the better, because you're going to be able to lock in a better rate. And I say take action now if you have an adjustable rate mortgage or you're thinking about buying that property. It's going to be a better time to do it now while rates are lower.
Right after the election, that just shot up. It went from 3.5 to 4.25. And like Ted was saying, this year it's like another 0.75% they're expecting. I know you're looking to buy a house.
I am. I know, and the rush is on. You don't want to wait, and that's where another thing. With Oxygen Financial, one reason to contact Ted, and this is what I found. It's not just because we're doing a segment with you. Is you come in and you're like, man, you just need somebody to help you. It can't be a friend or some father-in-law. You need somebody that knows what they're doing to look at your finance, because everybody has a special situation.
Well, I said, Steve, to a lot of people that I see, it's not so much a competency issue. It's not that you couldn't figure it out. It's just a capacity issue. By the time you go to work, you've got kids, you've got after-school activities. How much time do you have to look into all of these details to see if you get your finances in order? One big thing, New Year's resolution, cancel one service. I'll bet you if you look at your year-end credit card statement, you look at everything that you spent over the last year, there's at least one thing on there, you didn't even use it. You didn't use it not even once, or maybe one time at the beginning of the year you signed up for a gym or you did something and you didn't use it again.
What are you canceling?
My wife told me to get rid of Palm Beach Tan.
Should have told you that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
She did. They charged me $6 because my account's paused, but I still get charged $6 a month.
Or frozen.
Or frozen. I like frozen better. I think.
Well, that's the term.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's not.
Well, you know what? I made up a new term, and I call it pause.
My tan membership is it's on my DVR.
Okay,
right
but
now.
that's just one thing. See, I've already been meeting with Ted. I'm cutting. I got to tell you, it is fantastic because I do feel lighter on my feet. But the Palm Beach Tan thing's hanging over my head. What about you? It's gonna have something.
I'm contemplating going cableless.
Ooh.
Do it.
Yeah, cut the cord.
Do it.
Yeah.
Join us.
You do like a Sling TV or something like that? Or
It's just too much money.
Why
Mock
not?
TV from Mexico.
Brandy and her family gather around her laptop all the time to watch things.
If you think on average, let's say you spend $150 a month. Let's just say, all right,
on cable.
All right,
Easy.
without Wi-Fi. I know I'm a little. Just let's go at 150.
Yeah, because it's more like 220.
Okay, so
You
let's
got
say
the tennis channel.
okay, so you got 150. Times 12. Okay, so you're looking at close to $2,000, right?
Yeah,
So it's $1,800 right there, and that's $1,800 you could be putting into a savings account when you could do a Roku for $20.
Yes.
Get the Mexican app,
Mock TV.
Mock TV,
Free.
for
200
free.
channels.
And you're now saving. Look at the money you're saving.
And what are you really watching? For most people, there's 476 channels. They watch all of but 12.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that is. It could be less than that. They spend most of their time flicking through the channels to get to the channel that they want. So
it's only 4 or 5 you watch. There's
That's
never
right.
anything on good on pay. And you know why people do it is, and I'm guilty of it. It's just habit. It's a matter of getting out of old habits. It's really, that's all it is.
Come to the dark side, Jason.
It's not. It's the light side now. It's the norm.
And to your point, when people look at their year-end credit card bill and they see what they spent at, Comcast or wherever it may be, you'll be surprised when you see things like your cleaner's bill and what you took out for dry cleaning and things like that. And all of a sudden you'll say, did I spend $1,800 at Starbucks? Did I spend $2,000 at the cleaners? Did I really spend $5,000 at Target? There's no way. What did I buy?
Yeah.
And this is the time of year to take a step back and say, okay, I need to figure out how to cut down some of this so I can save for college or retirement or just put money away for a rainy day or pay down my debt.
And I'm also thinking about getting rid of my car. I'm a bicycle everywhere. or take a Vespa.
Can't wait to see you cycling. That'll be hey, by the way, I got to ask you, Ted, for our listeners only got to hit it quick, and we'll go into it more over the next couple of weeks, but chance to win sweet tickets into Bon Jovi.
Well, we know we got rock listeners, so Oxygen Financial set up a sweet night at Bon Jovi in the sick party suite, food, alcohol, everything. There's going to be 5 lucky winners from Rock 100.5. You can enter at oxygenfinancial.net.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
we'll pick a winner about a week before the show. So the next month in here, enter up for It's My Life with Oxygen Financial, and we'll have a good night then.
Look how he smiled.
See, I tried to do that.
Yeah,
there.
It's my life. He jumped all over that.
John
It's
Bon
not
Jo-
bad medicine.
John Bon Jovi today sounds just as he did 20 years ago.
That guy, he's fantastic.
He kept his voice.
He kept his voice.
Never a
Amazing.
big druggie, smoker, or anything like that. He's fantastic. That's pretty cool. All right, oxygenfinancial.net, right?
Oxygenfinancial.net. Enter the contest. Should be fun for the next 4 weeks. Come see Bon Jovi with us.
Excellent. All right, we got our third round of headlines here upcoming. You want in, we'll hook you out. We'll get you a freebie. 2 big stories from today. Educate everybody in the process. Need some players here. 404-741-7625. One in on headlines. We'll do it here in just a minute. It's Bailey and Southside Rock 100.5.
Rock 100.5 right now, Haviland Express Loop traffic.
Okay, in Cobb, 75 South.